Hey y'all, welcome back.
Welcome back, my girlies.
How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. How was your week?
Busy. Work has been working me. Work has been working the fuck out of me.
Mm-hmm.
So my week was full of that. Trying to stay above water. Trying to stay above water.
Yeah.
How was your week?
I too am floating. I too am trying to stay above water. Okay. And we don't swim. So
Man,
you
I
already
wanna
know how
learn
that's
now.
going. Yeah. Y'all know I work in a hospital.
Anything else fun happen outside
Delta
of work
variant. This week,
or interesting?
it's giving no. Did we already talk about our weekend? We did because we recorded on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, but I can tell y'all what I have coming up for this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll recap it next weekend. I'm actually going to take my godson and my nephews out to Knott's Berry Farm, doing a little family thing.
Have they met Levi?
They've met Levi before.
Okay.
They've all gone to Chuck E. Cheese back
Years ago.
a couple of years ago. Yeah. So we'll be doing that, which is cool because before, Levi and I had a little, a program where we would get together once a month and I would let him do whatever he wants.
Right.
And, and when the pandemic hit, that was stripped from us. And a few years back, there was a time period where we didn't have much of a relationship. I think from like 2 to 4. And then I realized, damn, I'm being a shitty godparent.
Right.
I need to take my role seriously. And at 4,
You stepped up.
I stepped up and I stepped back in, right? I took it more seriously.
Stepped in and you stepped up.
Yeah, because I feel like when you have kids younger, you just be like, this is my baby godmom. Will you be my baby godmom?
Right.
But as I got older and more mature, I started to really consider the value of being a person's godparent and like what that meant, what I wanted it to mean to me, what I wanted it to mean to him. So yeah, when he was 4, we started hanging out every month, doing our thing, and building our own relationship. So we did that up until 2019 or 2020. 2020. So I mean, we were doing that for years.
Right.
So yeah, now we're getting back into the swing of things because I mean, we have to adapt to the new normal, and I don't want a year to go by without me like seeing him and us getting back into our groove.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing that. I'm excited to see him. I'm excited for them to just have fun.
Yeah, that kids love shit like that.
Yeah, and just be together. And luckily I won't be by myself.
I can see Fabian now.
Girl, I'm waiting to see his little face. Fabian's gonna just be tearing that place up.
Running through that damn place.
Yeah, so I'm excited for them.
Yeah, they're gonna have a good time.
What
That
about
should
you?
be fun.
Anything on the agenda this weekend?
No, I don't have any plans this weekend outside of just taking care of adult business.
That's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that though. You gotta relax because I feel like the next upcoming weekends are gonna be pretty busy for us.
Yeah.
Your birthday's coming up.
My birthday is coming up. I feel like it just kind of just snuck up on me.
It did.
I'm like, wait, next weekend is my birthday?
Oh my God, I know, and I have to order you a gift.
Next weekend's my birthday. It just snuck up on me.
It did. 33.
Literally.
Damn.
So yeah, this weekend, like I have to get my car serviced.
Oh, you're gonna really be adulting.
I hate doing that.
You're gonna really be
the coins
adulting.
for me.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get my nails done.
Mm-hmm. They
What
still
else
look
do I
good.
have
Oh,
to?
it was
I
the
mean,
toes.
my feet, because I could.
I'm like, they look brand new.
I have to do something else. I'm gonna go look at an apartment.
Yeah.
One of the apartments canceled on me. Yeah.
The one I'm supposed to go see?
No, the one in West Hollywood.
Okay, good. It wasn't meant to be.
Yeah,
the bitch was trying.
It's off the market.
Oh, so somebody got it.
Somebody
Okay.
got it. So yeah, that's my weekend. Not much, but
Cute.
yeah,
Cute. Okay. So
we're here with y'all.
another week
Another week.
doing what we do.
Yes. So we see that a lot of you did come through.
Oh yes.
I don't know if enough of you. But
We have to step our pussy game up. Step our pussy game up. We told y'all
step
we
your
need
pussy
it
up for a crumble. Don't be acting like the Cardinals and
and go
don't fumble.
period. Because I'm a killer. Stress about Listen, we said we needed 13 ratings and reviews. Well, really 13 ratings. 13 ratings.
And we only
Don't
got
be
9.
deterred by the review.
Right.
Don't be deterred by the review.
Do not be deterred.
No.
It is definitely
A nice touch.
appreciated, but it's not
Mandatory.
It's not mandatory, but the review is. I
The
mean, the
review
rating,
is.
the
The
rating
rating-
is.
the rating
The
is.
rating is.
So yeah, you want to read the review of the week?
I will. I will read the review of the week. We got up to 1,800, so that's cute.
Period.
That's cute. We have 200 left to go before we reach the end of the year, and like I said, things sneak up. So that end of the year is going to sneak up on us, and we need to have 2,000.
Period.
So I'm going to read 2 because I love when the fellas come through.
Mm-hmm.
This one came from Rashid 26. He said the show is good for males too. I am a hetero male brother, and I feel this show because it's authentic and unapologetically black and femme. All too rare in the pod sphere. I appreciate y'all.
I love black
and we
femme.
appreciate you.
Thank you for leaving a review.
So thank you for that, Rashid. And then the other one I'm going to read comes from Lex R. She says, feeling heard as a black girl. Finding good, relatable commentary as a young black girl is so hard. Stumbling upon this podcast has really opened my eyes to knowing that you are never alone in what you go through in life. Thank you two phenomenal ladies for using your voices to inspire, uplift, and empower the people who listen. I know I can always count on you two to bring humor and drop much needed gems for someone like me who is trying to figure out how to navigate through life and transition into womanhood.
I really appreciated this review. I actually read it today.
Mm-hmm.
And it was I needed to read it.
It was affirming.
It was affirming. Yes, I needed to read it.
It was affirming for sure.
Because I mean, a lot of times I feel like we're always shut up. I feel like we're like, what's next? What's on the horizon? We need to get to. And then, of course, you end up comparing this person's there, this person's there. And when she wrote for the people who need it or the people who listen, I'm like, that was it right there. We show up for who need it, or we show up for our community, the people who listen. And it just made me feel really good, just reaffirming the purpose and why we do what we do.
Yeah.
And not being deterred or off put by what more there is to do and what we want to do and what we feel like we need in this moment that we haven't yet received. So thank you so much for that review.
Yeah, I too appreciate those reminders because it's easy to get into the like everyday flow.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of lose focus. So when people come and say things like that, it feels good and it helps you recenter like, that's
mission.
why we're doing this.
Mission.
There's something bigger, than us.
Yes.
So thank you, Lex, for that. We appreciate you.
Yes.
For sure.
Another thing that we appreciate, or another somebodies that we appreciate, are our patrons. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us every month and spending your coin, your moolah, your cash.
Your Skrilla.
Yes, it is not taken lightly. We are very grateful.
No, the hell it is not.
Okay, we're very grateful.
We are.
If you're not aware, or you're new here, or you've been sleeping under a rock and don't know what's going on, Patreon is a exclusive membership community. It's a platform that creatives use to garner support from their community and to give the community more content, more of what they already love. So over on our Patreon platform, we offer bonus episodes, affirmations, journal prompts, playlists, just a bunch of goodies. And if you haven't already, tap in over there. Just see if you like it.
Yeah, we're
going to
actually give a little sneak peek of some of the content that we have over there because we keep it so sacred because we really pour out pieces of ourselves on Patreon that will probably never, no matter how much we're practicing vulnerability and transparency, will never see the light of day over here. It just won't.
I'm like, hey, actually, Emma, edit that out.
Yeah,
Emma's our producer.
Yeah, we're like, Emma, that's not safe.
We don't want that out there.
It ain't safe. It ain't safe.
Take it out.
It's not safe. Mm-hmm. But over there on Patreon, it just does feel safe. So thankful for that community and allowing us to like use our voice in a way that is encouraging growth, but we're not fully revealed.
Yes.
So yeah, get on over there to Patreon. That information is down in the show notes.
Who's our patron this week?
We do have a new patron, Breezy.
Hey Breezy, thank you, girl.
Thank you, Breezy.
You are appreciated.
So much. You really are.
You are.
So if you guys didn't notice, last week we did not do the new tea segment. We have decided that that's no longer going to be a part of our show. As we grow, we realize that we were scraping for tea, not really having that much to say sometimes.
To add to.
So
It's just
that part's
not,
gone. That part's gone for now. You know, we will dish tea amongst ourselves
like y'all are doing.
like y'all do.
And that's just not the purpose of this show. It's cute. We did it, but now we're done.
We're done.
We're done
So
here.
instead, we'll dish little pieces of our tea, like our weekend, our week. Oh, one good thing about my week, I did get my hair cut.
Oh, yes. She's got a new do.
I got my hair cut. I've been talking about needing my hair cut for a while now, so I finally
Good.
do the
It
sound
looks very
effect,
cute.
do the trigger. You don't
Me?
know how to do it?
I don't know. You put me on the spot.
Yeah, thank you. I finally pulled the trigger.
Pulling the trigger would be like, boom.
Oh,
You
that was
cocking it back.
yeah.
Okay, I finally cocked back.
I cocked back.
Yeah. We gonna clap back.
Yeah.
We gonna clap back.
And I got my hair cut. Ooh.
Yeah. It's very cute, especially when she doesn't have these headphones on.
Yeah.
If you probably missed it actually. If you're not following us over there on Instagram, we've been going in on our story, engaging more. We love to talk to y'all, so talk back.
Yeah.
And for more day-to-day updates, just follow us over there because you would have seen the girl's haircut.
You would have saw the journey.
Yeah, right in real time.
You would have saw the journey.
So follow us over there.
And you showed up for yourself this week.
I did. Okay, that's something. Okay, backpedal.
Yeah.
I went to Pilates this week. You know, I've been feeling like, well, we talked about this here, that I haven't been motivated to work out, move my body, girl, the way the fellas go. The way you ride it, girl. We were seeing some freaky shit back then. The way you ride it, girl.
Yeah, that was too much.
Makes the fellas go.
Ooh.
So yeah. So I just haven't been motivated to
Tell me about it.
to do much of anything outside of what we're already doing.
I know, it's just kind of pathetic, but it's
kinda
true.
Yeah, but it's difficult too. But I have to stop making excuses and saying it's difficult and just get it done.
Yeah, because it's never, if you're waiting for it to be easy, that's how it keeps being prolonged, because you're waiting for it to be convenient or seamless or, you know, things that will make it less challenging. But we got to fight through the challenges.
And we have to also set ourselves up to not make excuses. So what I found is us really setting a calendar of what days we're going to meet in the office and do our business, do our work, really helps me integrate other things into my life, like the gym. Like, okay, I can't go 5 days a week. It's just not viable for me right now.
Right.
But what days can I go? Which days can I implement it where I don't feel dragged, where I don't feel like, oh, I gotta go, where it's like I'm motivated and I'm inspired to go. So a new way for me to do that has been trying to implement different things that I find exciting. I wanted to try Pilates. I hadn't already. So I hadn't had the chance rather. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna just take a Pilates class and see how my body feels. Getting back into the groove of things. On Monday, I scheduled myself for a cycling class, which I like cycling. I really enjoy it. We took a couple cycling classes.
Yeah, I know.
before.
And I was doing it at work on the Peloton.
Yeah.
We had a Peloton at work.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that on Monday since we won't be in the office, and just trying to figure out like what's a vibe for me. What's the vibe? I was thinking about getting a Peloton, but I'm like, I just don't want to commit to the price. I'm already paying for too many things.
Yeah.
It's not. It's $70 a month.
Wait.
Bitch.
You have to buy the bike and then you pay $70 a month for the class, for the membership?
No,
because I know there's a membership too.
No, so the bike every month is like $50 to $60. It's really $90, pardon me. It's $60 a month because you're financing it.
Oh, okay. So
Anywhere
that's the
from
month.
monthly, and then you have to pay $30 for
The membership.
The membership. Yeah, and I'm like,
The fuck? Once I get the bike in here, membership needs to be free.
That's how I feel too, which is why I'm like, maybe I'll use I'll use my money in a different way, like ClassPass. So that's $50 a month. I could take 8 classes a month doing different things. So maybe 2 classes a week. You know, just, I don't know, whatever works for y'all budget. I'm just trying to figure it out for me. So I did take a Pilates class, y'all. I was shaking like a stripper. I said, ooh, Lord. Ooh, Brittany, you should have seen me in there, child. I said, my core.
I can imagine it.
My core. And my core is sore today.
Yeah, I need to definitely get my body moving.
Come on over and take a class.
I'll consider it. We don't live close, so it has to work.
No, I know. It would be a day that you're already in Miss City.
I need to figure it out. I definitely need to get my body moving, doing some. I used to just be way more like we did the hot yoga.
Yeah, yes.
I was working out frequently. I mean, the workouts don't have to be limited to the gym.
No.
But I have been walking.
That's nice.
You know
what I was thinking about we can do?
I've been walking.
Go back to the stairs. That's easy.
Yeah, we need to get back into
a thing. Get in a routine of movement established.
You know what we need to do?
What just
came to you,
We need to get back
Queen? Into being whole humans.
Yes.
We've been not
fragments
whole.
Of ourselves.
Fragments like, okay, we turn up, we outside, but we're not taking care of the whole.
Yes, that's person. The piece that's been missing for me.
Mind, body and soul. There's so many pieces missing. You know what? I got to get back to self. Yes. I know that be sounding cliche.
No, but it's true.
But I really do need to get back to self. So yeah, you have inspired me.
Good.
With the class. I'm proud of you.
So yeah.
For showing up for yourself. I need to go ahead and
feel free to join.
Show up.
Feel free to join. Cycling Monday.
I don't like cycling.
Okay, then there's no force there. Maybe.
Is it spin? I mean, is it I'm probably say spike spin. It's
not spike spin.
What is the name of that famous?
Soul Cycle?
Yeah,
no, it's not Soul Cycle.
Oh, okay.
But it's a place that's near the area, so it's close to home. You know what I'm saying? Vibes. I think it could be cute. Maybe try it. Maybe. Or we'll do the Pilates thing. Come to the class and
I would like to do Pilates.
Yeah. So I'm motivated by myself. I want y'all to be motivated. Get moving. Tell me what y'all are doing. I would love to know what new things that you're doing or things that aren't.
What classes. Like there's so many different new niche workout classes that would be nice to explore.
I'd love to know.
That can get the body going. I know there's one thing called I want to look it up. I'll show it to you. It's in the LA area called Booty something. Like the workouts are just for your ass. Oh. It's like a class just for your ass.
Stuff like that.
That's the type of thing I love.
I want to know.
Ass centered.
I want to know.
Ass fat. 30 and shorty J
came in a pack. So yeah.
That's just an update about the tea. We will now be dishing segments, pieces of our tea when we feel like it. But we're done talking about the celebs.
Fuck that.
Fuck them.
Period. So last week we chatted about. Well, we're still in our Thriving Over Surviving series.
This
y'all.
Is the last episode.
This is the last episode. It's been so good. It's been very eye-opening. Same. It's been very vulnerable, which is new for us. And I think just bringing more into our awareness. What more we need to do is put the light on areas that were dark, where there needs to be some
more, a light being shined.
Yeah, some more, energy towards certain things. Like I feel like personally, I am tired of myself in certain areas, and it's like I got to do better if I really want to thrive. I know this is something that we talk about and we mention it all the time, but we're always still avidly working towards these things.
For sure.
If I want to be a whole person who's thriving, there's certain things I got to do, like get up for work on time. For the last 2 days I've been on time.
Good for you.
I've implemented a few things, the thing that you recommended, the thing that Andres recommended, and now I'm an on-time bitch.
Good.
And I'm going to keep moving in this direction.
Keep it going.
I'm keep moving forward with my eyes on
onward and up.
Period. Okay. So
onward and upward.
Yes.
Upward.
We're still in the series. It's good. This is the last episode. But last week we chatted about decision fatigue. It's like to make so many decisions that at some point we become burnt out.
Man.
Which helped me also see that I don't be making enough decisions in confidence. So this week I was making some decisions, child.
You felt a shift?
Yeah. I was like, I think it's just a matter of being confident. Sometimes I feel like my decisions aren't good enough. The decisions that I make aren't good enough, and maybe somebody else who's more confident. Like I feel like you are very sure. Like when you make it definitive. So it's like, no, if I make a decision, it's because I'm sure on this, that's it. So of course, if you're confident, I feel confident in your decision. making abilities,
yeah.
right? So I'm like, oh, she got it. Okay. But I feel like because I constantly relinquish control and give it to somebody else to make the decision, I don't flex my own decision making muscle. So then I feel like when it's time for me to make a decision, perhaps it's not good enough.
It's a lot, yeah.
You're right. So I'm like,
that makes sense.
You see,
yeah.
Work has been being done,
and I love
off
that.
of the show.
It's called unpacking.
So I'm just like, nah, you make good decisions too.
You do. You make great decisions.
And maybe it's not the decision somebody else would make, but it doesn't make it less of a good decision.
It's, as long as it feels good for you.
Yes.
That's all that matters.
Exactly.
It's your decision.
Yes. So I've been practicing that, walking in that, making choices, making decisions, leaning on my own insight to make decisions and just moving forward. So I'm going to really be harnessing that, walking in that energy, practicing it more. And please hold me accountable.
I will.
When it's time for me to make a decision, say, what do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think you should do?
I love this for us. And I'm going to make sure you tell me what you think.
Please.
Yes.
So if you didn't already listen to that episode, please go back and listen. It was a good one.
Yeah. I've been fatigued. I was delayed on making a decision for my damn birthday, and I'm not usually like that.
Yeah.
But bitch, I'm like, ugh, tired.
Yeah.
But the decision was made. Anyway, so like we said, this is our final episode of the Thriving Over Surviving series.
Yes.
But we are still going to be doing the work to figure out what we can do to shift in efforts to thrive and not just survive.
Yeah.
It's important and it's essential. So although this series has come to an end,
The work hasn't.
the work has not.
The work hasn't.
We just getting started, nigga. Don't panic.
Period.
So, this is a common topic that is essential when it comes to thriving. Letting go and moving on.
Come
a lot
on.
of you ladies have found this podcast because you are in a letting go, moving on transitional period.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only right that we talk about this. And throughout this series, we've been giving our own input about how the topics relate to us. And you know what? I think you're phenomenal at letting go and moving on. This is where you shine. This is where we put the light on you, queen.
Thank you.
This is where we put it on you.
Thank you. Why do you think that? Because I be done with these niggas fast?
I mean, you just like, you know, it happens, you move on and you let go. I'm like, damn, you're over it already? Wow.
Yeah.
And admirable.
I have to attribute that to my mother.
Is that where you think it solely comes from? Like,
Not solely, but yeah. I think that I'm very I get very attached to things and people, but once I realize or I get over it, then I can easily turn off what initially made me attracted to that thing, if that makes sense. So once I'm like, I'm over it, I'm cool on it, then it is really hard for me to ruminate. Is it ruminate? Ruminate in feelings about what would keep me there.
mm-hmm.
If that, like,
you just make it the decision and then that's it. So
yeah,
you do make
I do make decisions
that are definite.
Yes, especially like romantic relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really hold on to like the past or what was in a way where I feel like I'm still attached to it, chained to it. I'm like, oh, it happened, it was a thing, and now we're done.
So do you have a process that you go through, or is it just a light bulb?
I think that varies based on the situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was, for instance, the long-term relationship that I was in, that was a process of letting go. That's like incrementally you decide, I'm done with it, I'm moving on, this is the right decision, and then it's cut off. And then of course you have those feelings where you still miss the person, or there's things that remind you of them, or you want to check in on them. And that's completely normal, but I don't.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't let it like.
You don't let it consume
me
and make you revert back.
Yeah, but
your decision.
A big piece of the small flings is that once I'm over somebody, I'll be right under.
Do you have it on standby?
No, honestly, it's never on standby. It just. I don't want nobody that I've been with in the past.
On standby.
I don't want nobody in the past to think I gotta have something on standby. It's just the way the Lord be blessing me.
Okay.
It literally just falls into my lap like that. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. When I got out of the LTR,
the long-term relationship,
the next situation, because another thing to consider is women, we really be out of stuff emotionally before we be out of it physically.
Of course, yeah, that definitely is a thing.
Yeah, so although I'm just getting out of it physically, I've already mentally made up my mind. I've already been working through the process of what it's going to be like to be without you. I've already emotionally started to it's
break it down.
Period. So once I'm out
Break
of
feelings.
up out of your life, I've been gone. Like for me, I've been gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just a physical manifestation of the fact that I've already
the
been.
feelings that you've already been feeling.
So when that person, the new person that I was dating, showed up, it was like, oh, this makes sense. It's a perfect timing. It's a segue. It's a way for me to get out.
Do you feel like it helps you to transition? Or the transition would be easy regardless?
I feel like the transition, it definitely helps. I'm not going to say it doesn't help. It helps. But in the same breath, I feel like I would still be ready to move on regardless. And there would be those weak moments where it's like, I could use a little cuddle.
Yeah, because one time on my birthday.
Yeah, it was my birthday too.
It was actually my birthday.
It was both of our birthdays because we share a birthday. We share a birthday and I acted up like it was my birthday.
Yeah.
I too needed some birthday sex.
Yeah.
You see? And calls were made.
And a backtrack happened.
And I'm not proud.
I mean, shit happens.
It did. It happened.
See, I'm the opposite. Okay, so you said you let go and then you're just done. And you can easily go up under.
Yeah.
I am if
it's right, not just anybody.
No. We're not saying just anybody.
Yeah.
Ideal.
If it's a vibe.
If it's an ideal.
Mm-hmm.
An ideal pairing.
Yeah. I'm having a
flashback or heat?
Heat, okay. She like it what you see.
I'm like, what's happening?
No, not a
back or a
flashback.
flashback?
I be having hot flashes, y'all.
She does.
And
the
I don't know
premenopause.
what it is. It's not hormonal. It's not anything.
It takes me time. So with the letting go and moving on, it's a process for me that takes an extended period of time that I would honestly like to be shortened. Mm-hmm. I would like it to be shortened. I mean, I don't know where that stems from.
I know. I'm going to hold a mirror up. I feel like you're so cautious that it takes you so long to get in that once you're in, you're completely settled. So when it has to end, it's like you have to do that same process to
gradual.
Let you have. Yeah. It's so slow for you. It's so slow. And Brittany's very, very methodical. It's not a bad
thing.
I
am very methodical.
You are very methodical in everything. Like
it's the calculations for me.
The bitch be
1 + 1 like that mean that's what be going on in my head. Honestly, truly,
yeah.
Does. I'm like
she's so methodical. Everything, nothing is purely emotionally driven. Nothing, not falling out of something. It's like you methodically like have to unravel yourself out of the situation. You know.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah.
You know me.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay, so how can I be less methodical?
I don't know if that comes with allowing yourself to just feel. Because I think that's also a piece. Sometimes because you aren't emotionally driven, not that you're not emotional, but right, because you're not emotionally driven. Yeah. But even the emotions are like, okay, it's okay for me to feel right now.
Well, I think I do go through the emotions. Like, okay, when I do make the decision to let go, I think a part of the reason why the process may be a little prolonged for me is because I do allow myself to feel all of the feelings and the emotions. Like, I go through the feelings. Yeah,
and you be doing it slowly. Like, we're going to be sad today. I'm feeling sad today.
I'm having a sad 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think even that part is methodical.
No,
not that.
I'm like, I don't plan it for it to be 2 months. No. Fuck that. No, I'm not gonna. I'm allotting 2 months to be sad.
No, but it's kind of like I'm sad right now. I'm feeling sad, and I'm not snapping myself out of it.
No.
Yeah.
Because I feel, you know why? Because I feel like when I go through all of the emotions, once I've gone through them, then I really feel
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And freed.
Yeah. And I feel like you've only really had this situation happen one real time, but it rocked
this has happened before. Like, you know what? I feel like this happens with me with everything because, like, with jobs, I got to be damn near pushed out. Like, when I got fired, I knew that I hated that job and I knew that I needed to leave. Why didn't I just leave? Why did I have to be fired?
because we like the security of it. I hate it, but it's secure here. I'm getting a steady check.
I know, but you know what? I could have been secure somewhere else if I would have taken the initiative
Yeah.
to figure out where I could be secure.
It takes a lot for us to do that with jobs, though. You got to really be like, I'm about to look. Like, I know, but
you can look.
You can.
And rarely am I ever. I want to do better with that, too.
Yeah.
I want to do better with being proactive. Like, you don't have to be pushed
Staying
out, or
at this
shit doesn't
job.
have to hit the fan before you decide, you know what, I want more.
Yeah.
I can be proactive.
Yeah.
I can go look.
And this isn't the forever career. That's a good point. This isn't a forever career. Because, you know, I can't leave my job, though. Shit. I got to stay here for a while.
You keep saying that, but I feel like if you wanted to.
I can't.
Germany, stop saying you can't. If you really wanted to, bitch, you could.
I would have to get up. I mean, yeah, I'm just saying doing currently.
I get it. It's
and
not going to be easy.
What I got the degree for. I can't rock and roll that bitch outside in the
You know, but the thing is, a lot of jobs have stopped requiring degrees.
I know, but then that levels the playing field. Now we got to figure out what's the skill set. Are y'all there? Everybody base pay? What we doing? Because if you ain't considering the degree, then we entry level, and I can't do that. So if it's a job that ain't considering degrees, it ain't for me. I need that little leverage.
I'm saying there's like the Googles, Facebooks, places. And the way you flipped and tumbled that resume, you can flip and tumble it again.
But the thing is, I ain't got the skill set. I don't know how to work Excel that well.
Girl,
bitch, and I got that on my resume.
I still don't know how to work Excel. I'm going to get on the job.
You know how. Oh, me too.
I know how to do the basics, but as far as whenever I start getting with somebody who really know how to do it, I'm like, I don't have the slightest clue.
And we be putting proficient in. Bitch.
Girl, expert. Expert.
I'm sufficient.
Expert.
I'll figure it out.
I'm an Excel expert.
Right. 60 words per minute. Everybody got 60
Girl,
words
I got
per minute.
60 on mine.
Same,
and I be looking at the keyboard still.
Same. I'm like, F. Okay.
I'm still looking down. There's some things memory, but
yeah, the stuff that you type every day is committed to
down.
memory. That's muscle memory.
I be looking down.
But yes, that's a good point. We can leave. We're not committed to these jobs. We're not committed to anything.
We're not committed to anything. So I guess once we accept that we're not committed to anything, that's the entryway into letting go and moving on. Although it may feel like we're committed.
And you know what just came to me? I feel like when we consider letting go and moving on, it's under the guise that there's no other choice.
Yeah.
Like the whole
it's
push
the
out.
scarcity mindset.
It's like, I don't have a choice but to let go. I don't have a choice but to move on. But if we reprogram our mind like, yo, I'm letting go of this. I'm moving on because I'm making the choice. It's the right decision for me right now.
Yeah.
Then it kind of puts a positive light on it, on letting go and moving on. It's not so somber or like this negative connotation around it.
It's a reframe.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah.
Because it does feel like I have to. And we can say I get to.
Yes,
I get to let go. I get to move on.
I get to receive more. I get to see what else is out there.
Or something else, something new.
I love it.
So, here's some of the hard things we have to do when we have to move on. We have to admit that we've spent a lot of time subconsciously belittling ourselves. This goes back to being nice to ourselves. Sometimes we're thinking negatively, like the scarcity mindset, like there's no other options for me. Or I don't know. It just seemed, I guess what you just said, like we put a negative outlook on it all, on everything. And
sometimes we spend so much time being like inauthentic versions of ourselves or showing up as this alternative person or making ourselves enjoy things that we don't. And the idea of having to leave those things would mean being honest with the fact that you aren't who you said you are, or you know what I mean? Like
a crack open.
Yeah. It's like, love yourself enough or care enough about yourself. Think more about yourself than just show up authentically and decide what's for you, what's not for you. Because we be around here fucking entertaining people and doing shit that we don't even want to do.
We do.
Thinking that we're worth less because we're in these positions, you see?
Yeah.
The belittling, the peace, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, so we're belittling our own self-worth.
Exactly. Exactly. Another hard thing you have to do when it's time to move on is realize you have to do things for the right reasons. All because you want to do it, right? This is because you find it valuable. It's not because you've been influenced by an outside external factor. It's just because this is the right thing to do right now.
Yeah, because you want to do it.
Same thing about reprogramming.
But
Like not feeling like, or rather, let me put it another way. I guess when you do something that you want to do, not because somebody else wants you to do, that could look like leaving the job that, like in my situation, leaving the job that's secure, leaving the job that makes sense for you, and deciding that this is a better fit for me because it's what I want to do. Not because the money is calling me over here, not because people think I should be doing this type of job, but because it's a good opportunity for me to leave. And that's another thing that also weighs in on our ego. You know,
how other people will perceive what we've done.
Yes.
The decisions that we're making.
Yes. And how people perceive, especially like our worthiness is tied to what we do. Not wanting to move on for a lot of reasons. I did not want to leave my long-term relationship because I felt like I had invested so much.
Oh my God.
How stupid am I going to look after I done been with this person for almost 10 years?
And I left with nothing.
Talking about, we going to be married. We going to do this. We going to plan this. I gave him an ultimatum and the nigga never showed up. You know, that was given. Don't laugh that hard, bitch.
No, I'm laughing at myself too. Shit, I didn't give an ultimatum, but I was sticking beside him.
I gave an ultimatum. I'm like, you actually need to propose to me. Oh, wait, and how dumb does that look? Me
but
with cake on my
survivor.
face. What? What?
And it wasn't too late for you. Although you gave
it wasn't
10
too late
years,
for me.
It wasn't too late for you.
No, it wasn't. But a big piece of me did not want to let go and did not want to move on from that situation because I'm like, yo, people gonna think like, damn, you took a L.
I know.
You took a major L.
It be that in the how much time
you gotta just move on when you're ready.
For me,
it don't got nothing to do with outside people.
It doesn't. And you know what this reminds me of?
What?
The My Unorthodox Life. It's a show on Netflix about a woman who was living a very orthodox, strictly orthodox Jewish life. And she was just not happy at all. She had her husband, she had her kids, they had their practices, but she was not content. And so at 40, and she was born this way, I believe, and grew up this way.
Yeah, she did.
For 43 years, she lived this life. Check it out. It's a good show.
Check it out.
Little bit of like mindless TV.
Yeah.
So at 43 years old, she decided, I don't want this for myself anymore. Like, I don't want it. I'm leaving everything that I've known behind. And I'm pursuing what I want to pursue. Do you know how fucking scary that is? Do you know how many people were like, girl, what? Like, are you serious?
You're not going to make it.
You're not going to make it. She had
didn't
no
even know
education.
Yes, no education.
She had no education.
I think like 8th grade education.
Yeah, because Orthodox Jewish women are raised to be wives and mothers. What you want to pursue, your dreams, those don't matter.
Yeah.
Per her. Shit, I ain't in it.
Per the community. Per the religion.
Right.
Yeah. Culture.
She said, fuck how people see me. Fuck what people think. This is what I want to do. And when I say she is thriving.
Bossed up, okay.
She's
a next level bitch.
She is riding around and she's getting it. And I'm sure she is proud every day of the decision that she made to say, fuck what other people think. This is what I want to do for myself. It feels right for me and I'm going to do it.
And you know what? She was moving with intention. Because she wasn't even thinking she was going to get a big bag and be a millionaire bitch.
She wasn't thinking that. She just was thinking in the present, like, I need to get out now.
And do what I need to do to make me feel good.
Yes.
And she started off designing shoes.
And look where that led her, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have, most of the time, you don't have the bigger picture. You just have to follow the breadcrumbs.
You don't ever have a big picture.
You have to follow the breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
So that leads us to our next point of hard things that you have to do to move on. You have to realize that your mind is under your control. So we got to stop battling ourselves. Every time we say battle,
I'll be on the field.
We do battle ourselves. We battle ourselves with our thoughts the most. That's the number one way we battle ourselves, because thoughts turn into reality. And then all of a sudden we're feeling down,
depressed,
anxious, no motivation,
miserable,
fucked front and back. So we need to realize that we control our minds. We can shift our thoughts and in turn shift our behavior and start doing better for our goddamn selves.
Yeah. And every time I think about that, like having negative thoughts, I'm like, dog, I always recall, like I speak to myself more than anybody. You know, like I'm with myself all day. I talk to myself all day, more than I talk to even the people I talk to a lot. Like I'm constantly having,
because we're in our heads.
Yeah, we're constantly having this ongoing conversation with ourselves. You know, like, oh, are you hungry? Yeah, I think you're hungry. You should go pee right now. Oh, you should take a break. You should watch TV. What are you going to eat? It's constant. It's constant. It's constant. So take the opportunities that when negative stuff comes up, like, nope, actually, we're shutting that down.
Do you actively affirm yourself? Like, what does that look like for you? Do you find yourself affirming yourself?
I feel like I find that I affirm myself in a way that, so I feel like my confidence subconsciously affirms myself. It's not active and it's not conscious. It's not conscious. No.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't either.
I feel like I'm confident in certain areas, so I feel good about those things and I don't question if I'm good at them or not. But the things that I'm not good at, I'm never like, oh, actually, okay. Typically, no. But in areas that I know I'm not good at and I've developed strength around, I'm like, look at you doing this now. For instance, like the graphics and stuff, the things that I would once lean on you for, like, Brittany, can you do this? When I realized how simple it was that I could have been doing it myself and just taking agency over it and being like, it can be done, learn it and do it. Now that I do it, I'm always like, you could have been doing this whole time. Like,
yeah,
look at how easy it is to just learn something new and do it. And look how good you feel doing it, relying on yourself. So things like that, I think I give myself a pat on the back. But no, I'm never actively affirming myself, which I probably should.
Yeah.
What about you?
No. I could be affirming myself more. I mean, even when we have conversations with each other, we're usually talking about things that we could be doing better. Like, we need to get this together and get that together. When we need to be saying, you know what I did good today? Or you know what I've been doing good lately and I'm proud of?
Yeah.
More conversations like that.
And I guess that's changing the conversation from I need to get better at to today I'll do my best to. That honors where you are in this present moment and also the worthiness around where you are in this present moment, because you've had to go through something to get to this present moment and still leave space for what else is on the horizon, right? The more. When you say like, I need to be better at, I need to get better, that totally devalues everything else.
Right.
You know, like I need to be better at getting up on time. Like I do, but today I will be better at waking up. Today I'll do my best to wake up on time, to get to work, to be a good employee and to be a good friend, whatever. Right. So, yeah, working on that more.
For sure. It's important.
It is important. This one resonates with me. Consciously embrace the fact that you are more than one broken piece of you. Right? So you can and will be fixed in time. We got to give ourselves some grace. I feel like this is really important because a lot of time I struggle with not wanting to appear broken. Like
you do, because you'll be like, I don't want to sound broken, and it's like there's pieces of us that are fragmented. Like we are not perfect, so there's going to be pieces.
We are not perfect.
We are not perfect.
We do not care.
So yeah,
I know, but
you care.
But I care.
Yeah,
I care. And that's the perception piece. Maybe that's the piece of me that wants to be perfect. Like, don't think I'm broken.
Right.
Don't think I have this shit wrong.
Don't think I have trauma.
Don't think I have trauma. Yeah. And all of these things can be true, right? We're broken and we're still whole. Period.
Put it on the wall.
Bars. We're broken and we're still whole, because I think that's also accepting.
Because we got back up again.
Dead. Get back up again. I think I'm trying to get comfy. I think it's also accepting and realizing that some days we on our shit. Other days we're not. And both of those things can be true. There's some days we're really creative. There's some days we're really in our entrepreneur bag, right? There's some days I'm really on time. And then there's other days where I'm not going to feel like it. And I don't want to be creative and it's going to take a lot out of me. And that's the piece of us that's been like chipped away, and the little pieces that's hard for us to show up sometimes. But it doesn't take away from the fact that you're
still whole.
I'm still whole. I'm
even
still
though
fixed.
pieces are broken.
Period.
And I think relating directly to the moving on and letting go, sometimes we become so consumed with what moving on and letting go will take away from us, that we become so fixated on that we don't realize that even though that piece of us is broken or gone or missing, we can still thrive.
Yeah.
We can still pour our attention and our focus into other things
And
and
repair.
heal from that.
Yeah. Fix
It's
it up.
being overly consumed with that piece that makes it more intimidating or harder than it needs to be, because it's like, who am I without this?
Yeah.
This was such a important part, a piece of me, and now I have to move on from it and let it go, and it feels like it's impossible.
We can also apply the wabi sabi.
Oh yeah.
The wabi sabi mind frame. And that's like recognizing there's beauty in the imperfections, right?
Yeah.
The pieces of you that are broken or cracked that you're working through, the trauma, there's still something, a lot of things that are still beautiful about you, bitch, especially if you go into therapy and you healing. Full picture.
Yeah.
Full picture. So wabi sabi through that thing.
Pouring the gold into the cracks.
Yeah.
This is a good one. This is a great one.
What is it?
Change, evolve, and start over if you must. This metaphor was just too good.
Yes.
So the truth is, no one wins a game of chess by only moving forward. Sometimes you have to move backward to put yourself in the position to win. That's another thing that discourages us from letting go and moving on, because you feel like, I'm backtracking.
Yeah.
I thought that I was moving ahead and past what had already happened, and now I'm finding myself right back here, and now I feel like a fucking failure. And it's like, sometimes you got to take steps back. Maybe you missed something.
Yeah.
That
Maybe you were supposed to make a right when you should have made a left.
Yeah. So now you're back.
And it's really nothing wrong with that. Like, taking a few steps back to get on the right track isn't terrible at all.
It's not. It's just realigning.
Realigning.
You can make a U-turn. You can spin the block. Just don't keep spinning the same one.
Period.
The same block.
Yes. And I love the idea of realizing that maybe something wasn't a vibe at one point, deciding that it's not, and then moving forward with what is. People are miserable. Literally, people are miserable in marriages. People are miserable in careers.
Yeah.
People are miserable in families. People are miserable doing shit, friendships, everything, because we are afraid to let go. We're afraid to move on. We are most afraid to start over. We're afraid of what it's going to look like to have to go from all of this, or what we think is all of this, to nothing. We're so afraid. Like college. We make a career choice when we're 17 or 18, thinking this is going to be it. A teenager is making their decision of what they're going to do. And a lot of times that is some cultural, not even cultural, that's some shit that's been embedded in us.
It's some
Programming, exactly. That's been embedded in us. You're going to be a doctor. You're going to be this. Then you live with that, wanting to be that aspiration.
God, yeah, I'm glad my mom never said that.
Not even sometimes as kids, just they see stuff on TV, and then we internalize
the
it.
kids, the parents, we pump
Also,
it up.
Yeah, you're going to be a doctor, knowing good and damn well they don't need to be a doctor. No tea, no shade. No tea, no shade. But my point is, we make a career choice at such a young, tender age, thinking that this is it. This is the career path. This is what I'm going to love to do for the next 30, 40 years. And then you get into college and be like, yo, it's not a vibe.
I suck at chemistry.
It's terrible. And I tell this story all the time, especially if you've been a long time listener, that I thought I was going to do one thing because my mom had told me I was going to do this thing. Right? You're going to be a nurse because she's a nurse, and you're going to be a nurse anesthetist. You're not going to be a regular nurse. You're going to do this. And I'm like, that's exactly what I'm doing.
That was my grandma too. I said I wanted to be a doctor once.
Girl.
My doctor. You're going to be, you can also be a nurse practitioner. You get your own office. I'm like,
yeah, it turns into something. And then I internalize that and I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's my goal. Then I get into college and I'm like, I hate science. I hate math. I'm more of a liberal arts person.
Yeah.
I need to switch things up. And I was so anxious and so depressed, considering what it would look like to start over.
Man.
Like, I'm going to be behind. What are people going to think about me now that I got to stay in school an extra year? Damn, I'm getting old. But at the end of the day, I would have been miserable trying to get through college, wasting more time,
Amen.
Not doing what I want to do because I was afraid to just pivot.
Yeah.
It's just about pivoting. If you're unhappy doing something in a relationship in LTR, and I think about that too in that relationship.
Yeah, it was the back to the streets feeling.
I know, but I would have been miserable
I know.
personally.
And once you get into the streets and you find something better in the streets,
It's
of course,
worth it.
that's the light at the end of the tunnel. But when you're in the house, the streets just
seems scary. It's like y'all out there doing
the
that.
streets seem like the ghetto.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, I gotta go back to the ghetto, navigate and try to pull a diamond out of the goddamn rough.
Yeah. I know, like, when I was in that relationship, I'm such a loyal person, y'all. I'm really loyal to the soil, baby, down to the nit grit. We gonna be in it. And I could be miserable with a nigga and still stay. No, like, just being honest, like, not
Adapt.
getting, I'm so adaptable and I'm so loyal, and I won't be getting the things that I need, but I will make
it work.
An excuse. Yeah, I'll make lemonade out of the lemons, baby. I'm like, what we got? Okay, we gonna figure it out.
It's bitter, but I like it.
Yeah, the hodgepodge. I like my lemonade without
bitter.
sugar.
I like it. I actually like it bitter. Y'all's be hella sweet.
Yeah, I'll make all the excuses as to why it really works for me, when really deep down it's like, you don't gotta make it work. You don't gotta compromise. You don't gotta settle. You can fight for what you really need. So when it's time to settle, or when it's time to not get the things that you really could live without, it's not that bad, because I got everything that I really, really need. So my point is, in that LTR, because I invested so much time, because I was afraid of how people were gonna look at me and not want to be out in the streets, that I was willing to be in a relationship. And in the future, I know I would have been miserable, because at the time he was right. As we evolved and grew, he was not right for me anymore.
Right.
And once I realized that, I'm like, damn.
That's
the
hard.
oh Lord.
That's
oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. It was that vibe. Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna be with this man forever because I'm loyal.
I know.
Miserable. I'm gonna be miserable. But nothing that a little pivot can't take. Actually, I don't want to do this no more, and I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I mean, that was my personal story. You can't be afraid to let, but I was afraid of that. And I was like, I'm gonna look up and be miserable. And so many of us, y'all, are miserable, unhappy, doing things we don't want to do with people we can't motherfucking stand. You know, stuck in these friendships that aren't giving. You feel me? Pouring back into us because we've been friends for so long.
Right.
Going to jobs we motherfucking hate. I mean, talking to people that we can't stand.
Initially, it's very hard. It's hard because it's intimidating. But then once you do it, there's a moment of liberation.
Yeah.
But even with the liberation, for me personally, there's a liberation that's invigorating. And then there's like the chest where I'm like, I'm liberated, but I'm still scared and shook.
Of course.
And uncertain, and
because we can't foresee the future.
I know.
And there's a lot of stability in the shit that we hate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of security. There's a lot of familiarity.
Right.
You feel me? I was tired of that relationship at some point, but I'm like, it's familiar.
That's what kept me shackled too.
I know the nigga circumcised. I don't want to get out in the streets. I do,
You always said that. Like, I mean, I know the dick's okay. Clean.
I know he ain't cheating.
It's clean and I can stick beside it.
Period. I'm like, I know he ain't cheating. I know he ain't with nobody else. We might not go out nowhere and do nothing, but I know we gonna eat. I know he gonna feed me. It's just the little thing. It's the little things, honestly, that I look back on. The relationship was not terrible.
Right.
By no means. And I always want to say that because I got love for the nigga.
Yeah.
I got love for him. It wasn't deep down but it just wasn't right anymore. And what I get now out of my current relationship, I'm like, I deserve this the whole time.
Right.
I feel so full. I feel so alive.
But you know what? You had to experience that to show up as you are. I mean, not like you did a complete reform, but you know what I'm saying? It just makes you show up differently.
It does.
With
now
God.
I feel like I could lean on somebody.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I could be my true submissive self. Because, child, I will fight. I will keep my independence. I'm like, actually, you're not telling me what to do. You're not. And when you're in something healthy, it doesn't feel like they're telling you what to do. It feels like it's a partnership. It's give and take. It's like, I trust your advice.
Yeah.
What do you think I should do? I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And it's kind of leaning
instead of a battle.
And we will be battling.
Yeah, I still have work to do. as I
know.
will put on the glove.
Oh, trust me, boxing ready, nigga. Meet me in the ring.
I will come with the full armor of the Lord. If you want to show up, let's show up with the guns drawn.
But in your current relationship, there is a part of you that can relax, that can rest in a little more ease, because you know you have somebody who you're in a partnership with.
Yeah.
Who you trust to show up if you need them, who you can rely on. It's a different dynamic.
Yeah.
It's a different dynamic. So yes.
Freeing ourselves from
Let go and grow. Let go and let grow.
But it ain't easy.
It's never easy.
It's hard.
But it's always
But it's possible. And that's why we're saying acknowledge the possibility. Although it is hard as fuck.
Yes.
And although you may let go and backtrack, there's still possibility.
Yes.
As long as you have breath in your lungs.
Period. And that takes us to gratitude. We got to express gratitude. We have to be grateful. We have to be mindful.
Yeah.
We have to be tapped in, turned on, tuned in, whatever Abraham said.
Yeah.
Acknowledging the way we feel, recognizing that there's a silver lining.
Yeah.
That there's a lot to be grateful for in this present moment. Happiness doesn't always get you what gratitude does.
Gratitude is essential. It's like something that's so simple but underrated.
It is.
Like when you find things to be thankful for, grateful for, it helps you have a perspective shift. So yeah, I do need to be more practice gratitude more. I have found myself being saying audibly that I'm thankful, like the grandmas do.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
I feel like I'm very grateful. I feel like I'm
I
grateful.
feel like I have an overall sense of gratefulness, but I just want to like acknowledge it more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
So I know some things that I implement to help moving on. Something that's essential for me is distance. There has to be a separation.
Yeah.
So if that's blocking, moving, muting, whatever you need to do, whatever I need to do, I feel like that's an essential piece for my move on journey. There's no way that I can be in close proximity. Like that means viewing, talking to,
Yes.
lurking, whatever.
I love a lurk.
I cannot.
What you been doing?
That keeps me shackled.
Okay, yeah.
So that's something that I for sure have to implement to help me with my move on and let go journey. Like it has to be a cutoff. And that kind of pains me because, like, for instance, with my long-term relationship, I'm like, I wanted to hold on because there wasn't no beef. Like, I don't hate you.
Yeah, but beef is not synonymous with being no beef is not synonymous with being friends.
It's not, but I was feeling like we could still be in communication. Bad idea for me. It's not good.
I always do the complete cutoff.
It needs to be a complete cutoff.
I will give verbiage and words to let you know there is no beef. If I see you in the street, nigga, you know me. Hey. I will say, hey, how are you? I hope you're well.
Right.
Every now and again, I might bang your line and say happy birthday. I hope, and it got to be after a long. No, I don't do it no more. That was young me. I'm not telling you happy birthday. But if I see you in the street, if I see your people, if I see your friends, it's all love. But I don't want you hitting me up.
Yeah, the first time I didn't say happy birthday, I said,
You've grown.
There's no need for me to say happy birthday. Like happy birthday in my heart.
And that's a new that
hope
comes after a while.
Birthday.
The first year after the breakup or whatever, the letting go, it do be like, I just want to tell you happy birthday. Hope you're having a good day.
Yeah,
but I don't give a damn. Not to that capacity.
Yeah, not enough to reach out. Not enough to reach out because that keeps. So that's something that I definitely have to implement.
Yeah.
For the moving on. Is there something essential for you that you feel like you have to?
That piece, the distance. I put it in place fast. Pop. And I let you know, don't call me. I do. If I create a boundary of respect, like you cannot reach out to me in this capacity anymore. And if you do, this is what happens. And I always make sure, because I be getting under and getting over doing that whole thing.
You need a clean slate.
It needs to be clean because I don't want no drama. And I always let the person know this is not respectful to my current situation.
Right.
This is creating an issue. If it is, I haven't been in that space in a really long time, but I make sure that there's no shit.
Crossover.
Period. You ain't about to wreck what I got going on over here. This is a happy home.
That's the worst feeling.
This is a happy home.
Don't bring your lingering shit that I'm done with over to my new situation.
Period. Because this is whole. Okay, has not been jaded, and I refuse to let it be jaded. So there are a few things or a few ways to know you've completely moved on from a situation. There are a few, and we're going to share them with y'all.
Yes, we are.
Once you're no longer, or really once you've gotten back to yourself, your old routines, your habits, things that make you happy. You're not fixated on what was, what you lost,
what could have
been. You're just fine with
just living.
You're just living
life.
That's when you know, okay, I've successfully moved on. I've transitioned.
Yeah.
You know,
a good indicator for me is when the situation doesn't cross my mind anymore. Like I'm not consumed with it. I'm not worried about it. I'm not even, it's like you don't even exist. Like
non-existent.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Because, you know, sometimes you're like, I wonder what they doing. Let me go look on there.
Yeah.
Let me go lurk and see.
Who you with now?
Let me see if you with someone.
Who you with?
I don't give a fuck.
We do not care.
Bye. I know.
Lastly,
be there and have a great life.
That's when I know I'm done. I'll be hoping the nigga found somebody. I'm like, I hope he's in something.
Yeah.
I hope she has a good friend. I hope somebody's keeping her happy or him happy. Whatever it is. Yeah. Whatever it is that you had to let go. I hope the best for you.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you get what you deserve.
Right.
Abundance. Lastly.
And usually that happens when
you're just ready to get back into the world. When you're ready to jump back on, if it's a long-term relationship and you're ready to get back on the dating scene, if you got fired and maybe that fucking took your your self-esteem and put a dagger through it, thinking that you're not a good employee or you're afraid to get out in the work field and get in the market. And now you're putting out job applications. Maybe you had a horrible friendship breakup and now you're ready to meet new people.
Yeah.
It's just getting your feet wet.
Getting back out there in a healthy way. Because sometimes we get back out there prematurely. And it shows.
Yeah, it's like, you ain't ready for this.
You wasn't ready. So don't back down.
You ain't healed.
Yeah, you're not there yet.
Healed.
And you don't got to be 100% healed, but you got to be.
At least 80.
Yeah.
Come 80% and we gonna work on the rest.
We can't be crawling on the floor.
No.
1 hour and the next we're like, okay.
No. So I think that's a good way to wrap this series up.
Yeah.
Moving on, letting go.
Cue the Maya.
Yeah. Understanding there's so much on the horizon. There's so much abundance that we have not tapped into. And as long as we give ourselves the permission to obtain it, to know it's possible, to understand that we're worthy to receive it, then it's all coming to us. We ain't got to even worry about what we're letting go. Yeah. It's human nature and in our mind to be like, damn. But also, on the other side of that is a lot.
I got the Victor.
Period. Put your visa. Put your V. You know, in church we throw the V up. I got the Victor. Yes, girl. The V is for the victory. That's what you put it up. You put the V up for victory. I got the victory. He's getting the victory. He is making sure we get the victory. Okay.
Yes.
Vengeance is not mine. Or vengeance is
now
mine.
She's taking us to church.
And I'm gonna take y'all out of here. Bye. I love y'all.
Wait. We're not going anywhere yet. Before we go, shit, you really tried to, what is that called?
Zip out?
The benediction, whatever. Now it's time to pick up your pen.
We're dropping a gem.
So we have.
You are sick as hell.
You are. To close this out, we want to drop you with the gem of our own. We have our Thriving Over Surviving totes. What a way to
end the series.
Wear with pride because we have the tools to thrive now. There's no excuse.
There's none.
So on our website, you can find our Thriving Over Surviving totes. Super cute for your workouts, your grocery shopping, reusable bag.
You're making a statement.
You're like, imagine walking through the store with that. Thriving over surviving. Wow, look at her.
It's a declaration.
Look at him.
It's a declaration.
So those are available down in the show notes on our website, theblackgirlbravado.com.
Yes.
And yeah, now we can go. We
love y'all so much. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Love you.